What's up, guys? Marlon back at it again here with another stream, this time via discussion I want to have with you guys because I see a lot of people out on Twitter and also people are saying that, well, they feel like the PS5 is literally not worth it right now because, well, everything is coming to PC. Sony literally is going to be going hardcore PC, blah, blah, blah. And also with the recent discovery of the PC launcher and stuff like that for PlayStation games, a lot of people are upset about that. So we're going to discuss it. I want everybody to be chiming in here because I see a lot of people are just saying, even with the whole Days Gone situation, which that's a whole nother complete conversation that we're going to talk about. People are salty about that. People are salty about the fact that Miles Morales, Last of Us remake is coming to PC. Man, it's just crazy. So we're going to go over what Jim Ryan had said before. I really want to dial in with you guys and talk to you guys about how do you feel? Because I know some people, they prefer PC and some people prefer console. There's always going to be a market for console gaming. It's not going anywhere, right? And you as a business, you always want to go ahead and expand as much as you possibly can. So before we start this discussion, I want to go ahead and make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button. And I think everybody should have something to say about today's topic. Okay. What's going down? What's going down, everybody? Appreciate you guys coming to the stream. We're going to go ahead and get started with this discussion because a lot of people are salty right now. Like they are salty about games coming to PC from PlayStation. And I'm like, guys, we should already know this already. Like, this is nothing new, but it's like the more and more we realize that more and more games are coming to PC is the more and more a lot of people are saying, well, I'm not buying a PS5. Like, there's no point in buying a PS5. And we're going to talk about that, right? We're going to talk about that. And I think what's burning a lot of people up right now is the fact that Sony literally launched their PC website for their games, like their upcoming games and games that they've released on Steam and Epic Store. And a lot of people are not happy about that. A lot of people are not happy about the PC launcher stuff. Like, I don't know why people are surprised. When Sony said that they're going to put their games on PC, that's what they meant, right? But you do have to understand that their bread and butter is consoles, right? They want you to buy the console. So obviously that market is always going to be there. So I really want to talk to you guys. I really want to have a discussion because I want to know where your guys' headspaces are on this particular topic. So if you guys want to participate, you guys already know what to do. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button on this one. My man, Kratos99, already starting off crazy. Round table member, man. Wow, you keep that and you're gonna be at the head of the table, man. Kratos99 with a silent 20 trend. Let's go. Says, you think I'm done? I ain't done. Donating silent 20. Also, PS5 is worth it. I do agree the PS5 is worth it. PS5 is worth it to me. I mean, since I've started gaming, since I've known myself gaming, I've started out on a console. Yes, I love PC, but not as much as console. You know what I mean? And like I said, everybody is different, right? But back in the day when I was much younger, I was always on consoles, and then most of the times I'll play on PC depending on the game or whatever the case may be. But console gaming is always going to be a part of my heart. It's not going anywhere regardless of what Sony decides to do with their games. And obviously they're a business and they're trying to expand and get more gamers involved. But there's a lot of people in the PlayStation community right now that are very upset that Sony could be launching a PC launcher for their games to launch their games exclusively in that launcher, and also the fact that they're going to be integrating PSN with the PlayStation games on PC for trophies and all that stuff, etc. And I'm like, what is the big deal about that? Like, oh, DRM, oh, this, oh, you should know this stuff about launcher. And I'm like, listen, like, regardless what, these companies are going to do what they're going to do, to expand, right? And so if we can go back to what Jim Ryan said, right? Obviously, when it comes to console exclusivity, like if you look at things like, for instance, Last of Us, God of War, let's go to Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man is 20 million, right? Like, and that's something that Jim Ryan said, like with the console gamers and with the console itself, you're going to get anywhere from 10 to like 20, maybe 30 million. That is it. Jim Ryan is saying, look, we want to expand beyond selling 10 and 20 or 30 million copies of a game on the actual console. Like Jim Ryan said that, hey, listen, we want to sell hundreds of millions of people our games, whether it's launching it on PC, consoles, mobile, whatever. Like they're trying to follow in that footstep of Microsoft. Like Microsoft has opened a lot of people's eyes when it comes to going beyond the console. And that's been Microsoft bread and butter for a very long time now. Like they don't necessarily really care about hardware and stuff like that. And for these companies, you do have to understand, guys, that they make their money off accessories. They make their money off of digital games, like digital softwares and all that stuff. DLC, what else? DLC, controllers, obviously, what else? What else am I missing? PlayStation Plus. They make more money off those type of things versus the hardware. They do make money off the hardware, but not as much as all of that other stuff that I just mentioned. And so for me, like I said, I'm always going to have a console. Regardless of how many games go to PC, I'm always going to have a console because it's just having that console experience. And not only that, not everybody can afford a PC that's powerful enough to enjoy the games at their fullest potential. You get what I'm saying? Like some people are like, well, I can't afford a PC powerful enough. I understand that. That's where the console comes in. But to really say that the PS5 is not worth it because, well, games are going to be coming to PC. Come on, man. That's crazy to really say that. But hey, to each his own, right? If you feel like, well, you want to wait like 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or how long you want to wait because, well, some people are saying now, well, Marlon, the games are cheaper, right? Spider-Man is $60, right? God of War is $50. Well, God of War came out in 2018. So, of course, the game is going to be cheaper. Spider-Man came out 2018. Of course, it's going to be cheaper, right? So, it's just, oh, Miles Morales is coming. Oh, Uncharted. Like, guys, these are games that the hardcore fan base have already played already. The hardcore people have already, like I said before, there's a difference between the PlayStation gamer that wants to enjoy every single thing day one, the hardcore PlayStation console gamer that wants to enjoy everything day one. And then there's the gamer that I'll wait. And those are the people that's between PC and PlayStation, right? They're stuck in between the two. Like, I got a PC powerful enough, so I'll wait. You know what I mean? I don't have to rush out and spend $70. And it's just, okay, that's fine. If you want to save $10 or $20 and wait for the PC version, that is completely fine. And you have some people are saying that now, like, well, these PC games are cheaper than playing it on the PlayStation 5. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait. And if you're that type of gamer, then that's completely fine. You don't necessarily have to rush out and buy a PlayStation 5 to play these games day and date. You could just wait to play it on PC. Now, the thing is, Jim Ryan said he wants to really expand, right, PlayStation games. And I completely agree with that. I feel like if you're trying to really invest more money and time into these games, then by all means do that, right? Because the more money these games make, the more sequels we get, the more newer opportunity, more new IPs we get, right? Because these games are selling more, not just on the PS5 platform, but also on PC as well. And so I see a lot of people been talking about this, people tagging me into conversations on Twitter. You have these Twitter spaces, and that's all I hear people are saying right now. Like, PS5 is just not worth it. Like, it's just not worth it. And I'm like, well, it might not be worth it to you because you're looking at it as, well, Spider-Man is on PC, Miles Morales is, but you got to look at it. 2 years later, Miles Morales came out literally November of 2020, right? Almost 2 years later, the game is going to be coming out. Like 2 years. That's a long time. That's a long time. I love PC, but I don't love PC more than I love consoles. I don't want to sit there and wait 2 years to play a game that I really want to play. Like, for what? To save $10, to save $15, or whatever the case may be. Like, no. Like, I want to be able to enjoy that game right away. Some people are saying, well, I'm not buying God of War Ragnarok because God of War Ragnarok is going to be coming to PC eventually. Yes, eventually it's going to be coming to PC, but we don't know when. That is the thing. We don't know when. It's hard to predict Sony and how they're going to be releasing their games. You don't know when that's going to happen. So if you want to sit there and raise your hand and say, oh, well, God of War Ragnarok is going to come out in 6 months. We don't know that. We don't know that, right? To the point where you could say, I can wait 6 months without playing God of War. Well, maybe you're just that gamer, right? You got to be, a lot of these people are very selective on which platform they play on. Me per se, right now, like, I look at it as, well, you play where you want to play. You play where you want to play. As long as you're playing games, that's all that matters at the end of the day. As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all that matters at the end of the day. The PS5 was designed for the console gamer at heart. I get it that a lot of people don't like the decisions that Sony is making when they're going into the live service game selection, right? A lot of people think that that's not smart, right? Sony needs to do more multiplayer games. I understand that, and they're working on that. They have tons of new IPs being developed for PS5. And you do have to understand that long after these games run their course on PC, right? Sony wants to even make more money off these games, even more. Try to get at least, I don't know, maybe another million or maybe 2 or 3 more million copies sold off of a game that came out 4 years ago or 3 years ago or a year ago or 2 years ago. Whatever the case may be, God of War on PC is selling strong, right? Spider-Man, we don't know the numbers yet. That's going to be crazy. Here's the other kicker. Returnal, that's coming to PC. Like, what are you going to do? Like, almost every PlayStation event, right, when it comes to showcases or state of plays, is going to have some type of PC announcement in there. What are you going to do? Get mad every time Sony comes out and say, hey, listen, so Returnal is coming to PC. What are you going to do then? You're going to get upset? Ratchet and Clank is coming to PC. What are you going to do then? You're going to throw your PS5 out the window? I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm just saying, guys, like, this is going to continue to happen. Jacob, thank you for the $1. Says, hello, with 0 games on Xbox this year, which is true, but sad. I'm happy for QuakeCon, which still is streaming right now. Awesome new Redfall stuff, Quake 4 on PC, Game Pass. What's this? Quake Champions plus Elder Scrolls 1 and 2. XN 100 free on... Okay, that's completely different from the conversation that we're having here. But okay, thank you so much for the $1. But my thing is this, like, guys, what are we going to do? What are we going to do when Sony comes out every showcase or every state of play and say this and this game is coming to PC? And like I said, the people who buy a console is for that day one privilege, right? People who buy a console, they're buying the console on, okay, I can get God of War, I can get this. There's a lot of people right now that can't get a PS5 that are buying a PS4 Pro to play God of War Ragnarok, right? So again, yes, games are coming to PC, but there's a market. There will always forever be a market. There will always forever be a market for consoles. That's not going anywhere. And that's Sony's bread and butter. Like, will they eventually go day and date with PC games? Yeah, maybe in the future, right? But even at that point, you're always gonna have people that's gonna buy consoles day and date. Like you just, that's just the way it is. And then you're gonna have the people that's just gonna be buying a PC to play XYZ game, or maybe their PC is powerful enough to play XYZ. So you're gonna have two separate gamer. You're gonna have the gamer that is just a console gamer, no matter what. If it's day and date with PC, they're gonna play it on the console. And then you're gonna have the other gamer, which is the PC gamer, that's gonna be saying, well, you know what? I get to these donations. I appreciate you guys. You know what? I'm gonna play it on PC because I'm a PC gamer. You know what I mean? So you got two separate type of gamers. And then also Sony is looking at it as, well, we're trying to win the PC gamers over to PlayStation to buy a console, right? That you just got to look at it that way. But to really say, oh, the PS5 is not worth it because Spider-Man is on PC, or Days Gone is on PC. Look how long ago those games came out. Days Gone was in 2019. Horizon Forbidden West came out in 2017. In 2017, right? God of War came out in 2018. Spider-Man, 2018. Like, and we're folding up about stuff like this. Like, this should not be a big deal. Now, if you just completely missed out on playing these games, then that's completely different. Then you can make a purchase decision from there. But come on, man. Billy Too Smooth. Shh. Let's keep that silent 20 going, man. I appreciate the love and the support. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button. We're having a discussion here. Shh. Keep the silent 20 trend going. My man Evans with the $5 says, I look at it this way. Single player games, it doesn't really matter if they come sooner or later. Multiplayer would be more urgent. Just my opinion, though. Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, like I said, I look at it this way, man. I look at it this way. Like, I'm not upset that Sony is going this route. I'm not. I'm being honest. I'm not upset because I have a 3090. I have a 3090 PC. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter for me because I'm going to be able to play regardless. If it comes to PC, if I do want to play on PC, I can play on PC if I want to, because guess what? The PC has the ability to be able to use the DualSense and everything like that. So if I want to play on PC, I can play on PC if I want to. I'm that type of gamer that I have the option. I have a 3090 PC. I can play on there if I want to. If I want to play on my PS5, I just play on my PS5. And then again, too, I'm the type of gamer that, well, I want the physical copy of the game. You know, I'm not a digital type of guy. I'm a physical type of guy. So I want the physical copy of the game. So therefore, I'm going to go with the console. And just because, I don't know, for me, it's just much more easier, you know what I mean, to go with the console because you ain't got to worry about drivers. You ain't got to worry about if your PC is powerful enough or if your PC is going to crash, which obviously the games do crash on consoles. But I am just saying, right? So it's just crazy to me how I see a lot of people in the PlayStation community is just ready to give up on the PS5. You also got to remember, Jim Ryan said that the PS5 is literally going to be the best console for them as far as sales, as far as the games, everything that they have ever done. The PS5 is literally going to be the best console, right? So I from that perspective, you kind of have to look within yourself like, okay, well, obviously Sony has a lot of faith in the PS5, but for some reason, PlayStation fans don't seem like they have that faith in their own console brand. It's crazy to me. right? But you have to understand from a business perspective, like Sony wants more people to play and enjoy their games, and in hopes that those people who don't have a PlayStation console or are brand new to the worlds that they create or experiences can dive into the PlayStation ecosystem, right? That's one of the main reasons why the whole PlayStation launcher topic came up, right? They found it in the Spider-Man remastered files and everything like that. Oh, Sony's coming out with a PC launcher. I'm not surprised. If they do come out with a PC launcher, it is what it is. I'm not going to be crying over that, right? It is what it is, right? A lot of people are saying instead of giving Valve a cut, oh, okay, hold on. This is why I don't understand about people. If you're in business, you're in business to make money, right? So wouldn't you want Sony to have their own PC launcher, their own PC store for their own games, instead of giving Valve a cut and giving Epic a cut of the games? Wouldn't you want to keep 100% of the profit? I'm just saying, like, people are just getting upset for no reason. Like, of course they're going to have a PC launcher. Of course they're going to have their own PlayStation store. Like, it is what it is. Like, people are saying, oh, I don't want to get a platinum trophy on PC. What difference does it make? It's just another platform. What difference does it make? Like, so what if you're playing a PlayStation game on PC and you get a trophy, right? And you're playing on PC and your PlayStation account is integrated with your PC and everything. I'm not understanding, why is this such a big deal? Like, people are making a big deal out of this. I just don't want to see a platinum trophy pop up while I'm playing on PC. I just don't get it, man. I'm hearing all type of crazy stuff, and I'm just like, bro, it should not matter. Like, even people that I know in my family is complaining about this. Like, bro, it's not even that serious. Like, why are we making a big deal out of this? Regardless where you play your games at, as long as you're playing and you're enjoying and you're having fun, that's all that matters. Evans, thank you for the $5. Says, I also believe if PC gamers truly wanted these consoles like myself, we already have one. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So if you are truly a gamer that don't really necessarily care about where you play your games at, right? You're going to try to at least have everything. You're going to have your PC, you're going to have your consoles to play whatever the case may be, right? You're going to prepare yourself for anything or anytime. You're going to give yourself the option. Right? So he said the holdouts, I think, will just stay where they are and wait. Exactly. Like, it is what it is. Like, games are going to be games at the end of the day. But listen to me very carefully now. Here is the situation. Now, if Sony comes out and said, listen, we're going to do day and date with PC, right? We're going to launch God of War Ragnarok day one on PC. Sony is going to be winning. You know why Sony is going to be winning? Think about how many people are on PC, right? That don't have a PS5. Think about that, right? Like, okay, there's probably going to be a little offset there where you're going to have people like, well, I wanted to buy a PS5, but being that it's day and date on PC, I'm just going to play on PC instead of buying a PS5. But here's the thing. You're still buying the game. So you might not be buying the console, but you're still going to be buying the game. So Sony is winning. And what Sony would do if they do that, they're doubling their sales. Instead of just launching it on PS5, because the install base and everything is not greater than the PC, install base, right? As of right now, right? Like, you're doubling your sales. You're literally doubling your sales by launching it on PC and on consoles, right? So instead of your game selling 20 million or 30 million on PS5, now it can sell 60 million. And then that gamer that generally just saying, you know what? I ain't buying a PS5 because it's on PC. Maybe eventually they might buy a PS5, or who knows? Who knows what they might do? You just don't know. You just literally don't know. But you have to look at it from a business perspective, and I think a lot of people are not looking at it from that perspective. They're looking at it like, that's bull crap. You releasing games on PC. But think about this way. If The Last of Us Part 2 that everybody is complaining about, that sold 10 million, right? It sold 10 million. And some people are saying, man, that's not good. It should have sold way more than that. Well, it's a lot of reasons why it didn't sell very well. A lot of people wasn't happy with the writing, right, of the game, how the story was told. There was major plots for the game that got leaked out. So a lot of people was like, I'm not buying this because one of our beloved characters that we literally started out with, something happened to him in the game. I'm not buying the game. This is BS. Like, there was a whole toxic thing behind The Last of Us 2 when it first came out, right? A lot of people was against a lot of things that was happening in the story and the characters people wasn't happy with, blah, 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 right? So there was a lot of things that really affected The Last of Us 2 from performing well, from selling 20 million, 30 million copies. Now, if The Last of Us Part 2 would have released on PC day and date, it would have sold well over 10 million. Well over 10 million, probably 20 million, 30 million, right? So Sony is looking at that like, you know what? We got to launch our games on PC. But I think they would sell more if they put it day and date. But if they do it day and date, I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to be upset because they're going to really feel like, well, there's no point in buying a PS5. There's literally no point. So I need to hear y'all. I need to hear what you guys have to say. I really, and this is what's getting a lot of people upset right here. Let me show you guys right quick. Okay, so Sony officially launched their PC website, right? And so I'm going to tell you this right here, right? This is what's getting a lot of people upset. So you come here, right? You got God of War, you got Spider-Man Remaster, you got Days Gone, you got Horizon, you got Helldivers, you got Predator Hunting Grounds, right? And then if you come here, right? Coming soon. Oh my God, PS5 ain't worth it. PS5 ain't worth it. What? Okay, Miles Morales. I'm saying if you're a PlayStation gamer, you will have already played and finished Miles Morales. And the crazy part is these are the gamers that are saying the PS5 ain't worth it. The people that played Miles Morales at launch, the people that got a PS5 in their house, they're the ones that saying, oh, I'm getting rid of my PS5 now because Last of Us Remake is going to be coming to PS5, right? Spider-Man, Uncharted, like, guys, these games, you already played them already on. I don't get it. I just don't get it, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, guys. But it's like I said, man, everybody's going to do what they're going to do. Everybody's going to buy what they're going to buy. And, instead of Sony making it to where they got to cut, Valve got to take something out of the sales for the games, and Epic, they're going to just have their own store, which is completely fine. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me hear what some of you guys have to say, man. This is crazy. This is literally crazy, man. Let's go here. Evans, thank you for the $5. Says also with the data mine launcher and PlayStation having PC games website now, it's probably not changing their mind about picking up a PS5 either. Exactly. It says I have a bunch of games on my PS account. To having a PS launch on PC would do me wonders. Exactly. But a lot of people are against that. Like, oh, I don't want a PC launcher. I don't want a PlayStation PC launcher. Really? Why not? Would you rather another company taking a cut out of your sales for your games, or would you want to take 100% of the cut? I would take 100% of the cut. I would want to take 100% revenue right? Versus taking 70% of the revenue because I got to split money with Steam and I got to split money with Epic Store. What's the big deal? If they launch a storefront, what's the big deal? Like, you have diehard PlayStation fans that are making a big deal about this. Like, what's the big deal? Like, it's not even that serious. And you also got to understand too, like, there are certain features and capabilities that the PS5 is going to offer you that you can't get on PC, right? You just can't get that same experience on PC. I don't know, right? But some people are like, well, the PC is more powerful. Yeah, of course it is more powerful. Of course, the games are always going to look better on PC. We already know this already, right? But I don't know, man. You buy what you buy. You buy what you buy. OG started continuing with the silent 20 trend, man. Let's keep the silent 20 trend going. Silent 20 trend, man. Let's go. Appreciate that. Let's go. Now, let me say this. You're going to have a lot of people, right? That's going to sit there and say, well, I don't have $2,000, $3,000 to build a rig capably enough to run, God of War Ragnarok, or to run, God of War, on PC on ultra settings, right? Literally, I've seen a lot of people's PC like literally being pushed to their limit because of God of War. And God of War is an old game that was released on PS4. And I see a lot of people that have PC builds that are saying, oh my God, God of War is bringing my PC to its knees. Like, they're having all types of issues where you can play it on PS4 smoothly, no problems. You can play it on PS5, no problems. But you have people with these custom built PCs that are saying, man, Spider-Man is kicking my PC. Like God of War is kicking my PC. Days Gone is kicking my PC. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, which gamer are you? Which game are you? A PC gamer? Or are you a PC and console gamer? Like, which gamer are you? Or it doesn't really matter. That is the moral of this whole discussion. Like, does it really matter if PlayStation launched their games day and date with PC? Are you going to get rid of your console because it's being launched day and date? Do you have a PC powerful enough to be able to run these games at ultra settings? Right? Because a lot of people that play on PC, they want to max everything out. Right? They want to have the best ray tracing and they want to have the highest frame rate and things of that nature, right? But your PC might not be able to do it. I know a lot of people, they have 1060s, right? 1070, whatever the case may be, a 2060 card or whatever the case may be, right? And they're just saying, man, nah, I just play on PS5. I just play on PS5. I don't know. It just matters on where you sit. It matters on where you sit. So he says, if a 1060 I recommend can kick your PC, it's time for an upgrade. I'm telling you, a lot of people have older PCs, you know what I mean, with older graphics card, right? And when they look at the recommendation for these PlayStation games that's being released on PC, they're like, oh boy, I got to upgrade my graphics card, right? And chances are, depending on the graphics card that you're going to get, is going to cost more than the PS5, right? So it matters if, are you really a console gamer, or it doesn't really matter, or you love PC as well. It just matters on where you sit, man. But me, I don't care. I literally don't care. I have a 3090. I don't care. I can play PlayStation games on my PC if I want. If they drop Returnal on PC, I have no problem. I can play on there. But my heart is with console gaming. So, but I have the option. So that's where I kind of sit. Let's see here. My man Raiden Blade with the $2 says Sony can't compete yet with Steam and Epic Store yet. Of course they can't compete, because that's why they're going to be launching their own storefront. Once they launch their own storefront and things of that nature, their fan base, right, is going to be like indulgent into that. And that's the thing, right? PlayStation have some of the most loyal fan base ever. So if Sony comes out and say, hey, we're going to have our own storefront, we're going to have our own PC launcher, diehard PlayStation fans that have both PCs and consoles, they're going to dive over into it and purchase their games directly there because they know that Sony don't have to cut anything with anybody else. They don't have to make no cut with Steam to sell their games on there or cut any cut with, Epic or anything like that. They get 100% of the cut. Just saying. Yeah. Great stuff coming out of QuakeCon. Yes, for sure. I want to hear what you guys have to say, though. I really want to hear what you guys have to say. Do you feel like the PS5 is worth it? Yes or no? Are you a PC gamer? Are you a console gamer? Are you upset that Sony is putting out their future games on PC? Like for me, I don't care because I'm getting all of this stuff day one on PS5. So I don't care. I don't care because I get to play all these games day one. And even if they go day and date, I'm still going to be playing on PS5. I'm still going to be playing on PS5 because that's my decision. That is literally my decision to do that. But I know everybody's different. Everybody is different. It says, what about Steam Deck? Steam Deck, listen, Steam Deck is a very nice hardware, but it's just not powerful enough to run a lot of these games, at ultra settings or whatever. Like Spider-Man, for instance, I think runs at 30 FPS, right? So it's not powerful enough to run a lot of these games on ultra and giving you 120 or 60 FPS. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to understand that. It says PS5 will always be worth it in my... Yeah, it's worth it for me because I'm a console gamer. I collect consoles, but I also have a PC. So if the option is there for me to decide, well, you know what, man, I'm just going to buy this on PC, then, hey, then I'll buy it on PC. But doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter. I'm going to buy it on console first. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Evan says, I'm a PC gamer and there are more of us than all the obviously. Yeah, for sure. I think that PlayStation have some of the best games and some of the best studios, but how can they get money to continue this? One thing is PC ports. How can they get money? Because, okay, people who don't have a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation console and the game gets released on PC, here's the thing, and they want to play that game, here's the thing, they're going to buy it. That's why God of War had so much high of a player count. That's why you see all these player counts on Steam when they're being reported. You see in all these concurrent players and everything. Why? Because there's a lot of these people that never played any PlayStation game before. And maybe God of War might appeal to them or Horizon might appeal to them. So they're going to buy these games. And you have even PlayStation. Here's the crazy part. You have PlayStation console owners that are buying these games on PC. So Sony is winning both ways, right? Sony is so smart. Think about it. You have the console gamer, right, that are still buying it on PC, and you have the non-console gamer that are buying it. So Sony is winning both ways. Because a lot of people, I'm telling you, that bought Spider-Man remastered, they already got a PS5. But they just want to see how it plays on PC. They're just curious. So they spend that $60. Guess what? That's more money for Sony. So Sony is winning on both sides. I think what it is that a lot of people just don't like the fact that Sony is doing this. Sony should just remain strictly just console, exclusive just to console. But you do have to understand that right now, especially with the fact that Sony is struggling to keep PS5s on shelves, and they feel like, well, the best-selling game on PlayStation as far as console is selling 20 million, 25 million at the most. Why stop at 25 million when you could sell 40 million or sell 50 million, right? Why stop at the console when you can reach hundreds of millions of gamers? That's the mindset of Microsoft. Microsoft is like, listen, why keep our games on Xbox? Let's not even just PC. Let's release it everywhere. We want people to be playing on more screens possible. Sony is looking at that same blueprint, and Sony is like, man, we need to do the same thing. We need to get to hundreds of millions of gamers, because that is the goal at the end of the day. You want people to play the same experiences that people are having on the console everywhere else. And that's what Sony is doing. They got the cloud-based website thing that they're working on, right? They got mobile. They're expanding in mobile. See, we had the Backbone controller or whatever. You guys remember this Backbone controller, right? This Backbone controller, right? There's a market for mobile, like remote play, playing these games on the go. That's what I'm saying. Sony is trying to go beyond the actual PS5 console, and that is okay. That is okay, because you're not missing out on anything. You just have to make that decision. Like, am I going to play on PC or am I going to play on PS5? That's as simple as that. And if your decision is playing on PC, that's okay. If your decision is playing on PS5, that's okay. If your decision is playing in the clouds on a web-based browser, well, that's up to you. Or are you going to be playing on mobile? That's up to you. But that's just the way how the market is right now. What are you going to do? Cry and fold up? I mean, they're already saying that they're going to be releasing 10 live service games by now until 2026. A lot of people don't like the fact that they're going the live service route, but it is what it is, right? A lot of people didn't like the fact that they purchased Bungie. It is what it is. It's part of their plan, right? I've learned to just accept things for what they are, because at the end of the day, these companies are going to do whatever they're going to do, right? Yes, they would listen to us, but they're very selective on what they listen to. So we, the gamers, the only thing that we can do is let our voice be heard and vote with our wallets. Okay? That's it. As simple as that, right? You got to decide. Am I going to pay $70 for PS5 exclusives, or am I just going to wait to get it $10 or $20 cheaper on PC? You got to decide that for yourself. Nobody can make up your mind for you on what console, what platform you want to game on. That's entirely up to you. But I feel like as long as you're gaming, you're winning. But you don't want to bottleneck yourself just to the PS5 or just to mobile. You want to be able to play anytime, anywhere. And that's the thing that I love about what Microsoft is doing. Like there's no limit to where you can go with Xbox games. Like, as long as Game Pass is available on that particular platform, you can play and enjoy their games on that platform. And that's where Sony wants to be, because you have to understand. Here's the thing. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm going to get to this donation. A lot of people, right, is complaining and saying, well, we need more games. We need more this. We need more that. All right. Or we need better single player games and blah, blah, blah. And all this type of stuff. Remember, Jim Ryan said that these games cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make. Even more now than before, right? With the PS5, these games are costing more and more money to make. Well, how are they going to make a return on investment if they don't expand their reach, right? I think that it would be in their best interest to release day and date on PC, because then they'll double their sales right there and then, right? They'll get even more PC gamers buying the games day one, right? And then convert into a PS5 console in the future. I think that would be good for them if they do day and date. But then if they do day and date, a lot of people are going to be upset about that. So it's like, you can't make everybody happy. I mean, right now they're not doing day and date, and they're releasing their games a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years later, and people are still upset. So it's like, you can't win, right? So how these games, they have to make a return on investment some type of way. I mean, The Last of Us did only 10 million. I think that's decent. It's not phenomenal. It's not great, but it did 10 million. I think it could have sold way more, right? For instance, Maybe Returnal would have been doubled in sales if it was on PC day and date. You know, things of that nature. Instead of it selling only 800,000 copies, because I think the last time we heard anything reported on it was 500,000 or a little bit over 500,000. But let's just say hypothetically it sold 1 million, right? It could have sold maybe 3 million copies if it was on PC, because you have people on PC that like those type of games. Whereas if you're just releasing it just for the install base on PlayStation 5. Maybe those PlayStation 5 gamers are just like, I don't really care about this type of game. Hence the argument that we were having when Returnal came out. A lot of PlayStation gamers was like, no, Returnal just ain't for me, dog. Returnal is just not my cup of tea. Okay. But if they would have released it on PC, maybe some PC gamers would have said, well, you know what? I'm buying this. I like this type of game. That's what I'm saying. You got to expand your reach as a business. You have to expand. You can't just be doing the same thing over and over again, right? But hardware for Sony is not going anywhere because that's their bread and butter. Hence why they said they're not doing day and date with PlayStation Plus, because they just don't have the money to take an L doing it. They just can't do it. But at the same time, I feel like they can test the waters a bit to see the growth that they can get, to see the engagement that they can get, right? So you just have to look at it. You just have to look at it, man, from that perspective. You just have to look at it that way. Magnum Visuals, what's up, man? How you doing? I've been meaning to hit you up. Thank you for the $5. Says when Sony starts pushing AAA games on mobile apps, they will reach billions of soccer moms to play their games. This could be the end of Microsoft. Listen, that's what I'm talking about. Like Sony is looking at it as like the leverage that we have, right? The leverage that we have on Microsoft right now is we have high quality AAA games. Like our games are just better quality than Microsoft. That's the leverage that they have. So think about it this way. Remember what Microsoft said from the Brazilian court document? They said, well, Sony could have the leverage on us, on the competition, if they could release their games day and date, because their games are much of a higher quality than the competition. So think about it. If you can tap into those gamers that are just not a console gamer, they're just a casual type of gamer, right? And you release your game on mobile, because you have some people, they're just not into the hardcore PC stuff. They're not really into the console stuff. But if a game gets released on mobile and they can go into the app store, or they can go on, download the PlayStation app and play the game, or whatever the case may be, right? And play the game on their phone, they're happy. And they can get that same high quality experience. That's a win-win. Because that not so console gamer or not so PC gamer, they're just like a casual, just kind of regular type of gamer. They're not really into the fanboy stuff, right? They can potentially buy a PS5. Remember what Jim Ryan said. That's one thing I can say about Jim Ryan, about what he said, and it's so true. Let the games do the talking. So to piggyback off what you said, Magnum, think about it this way. If they release their games everywhere, PlayStation games are everywhere, Sony would have more revenue to give us better games and better experiences. That's just how I look at it. Because people are crying about, oh, this and this ain't worth $70, or Gran Turismo 7 was a mess, or Horizon Forbidden West was too buggy and glitchy, or whatever the case may be, right? You got to look at it from both angles. Like, people are always going to complain, but the more money they can make, the better I feel like the quality of the games are going to be, right? Because they can invest more money into ideas, into more resources, and give us better experiences. And they are looking at what Microsoft is doing. The problem with Microsoft right now, I told you guys, is that when it comes to the quality control department, the management department, they're lacking in that department, right? They're showing a bunch of games, right? They're not showing enough gameplay. Like the last showcase that we've gotten, they have learned their lesson. They're starting to show more and more gameplay. But in the past, Microsoft has been showing a bunch of CGI stuff. Sony shows CGI stuff too, but they show more gameplay, right? Sony copied Nintendo with the whole Nintendo Direct style of showcase. See, Sony is not stupid. Sony look at Nintendo, God rest Mr. Iwata's soul, when he came up with the whole Nintendo Direct formula of showing off gameplay and talking about the games and such. Sony followed Nintendo. Literally, like when they first launched the State of Play, if you look at the State of Play and look at Nintendo Direct, it was like almost like word for word, literally the same thing. The fonts, almost the same thing, right? So these companies, they copy after each other. But my whole thing is this: if you're going to copy and make it better, copy and make it innovative, step outside the box. Right. And so the state of play, ever since that Sony launched the state of play, it's been a winning formula for them. Right. Because that is a presentation that they can have to showcase gameplay. Right. They had one for Ghost of Tsushima. Like, a lot of people was happy to have a state of play for Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us, like all of this stuff, like all these big games that are getting ready to come out. They have dedicated showcases to show you what these games are going to be like when you get them, when you decide to purchase it on whatever platform you decide to purchase it on. Right. So I just look at it this way, man. Like, Sony is going to do what they're going to do. My whole thing is this: they just need to continue to expand. I'm okay with them expanding. As long as the quality of the games are going to be great, then I'm good. Because I'm going to still play on PS5. I'm still going to play wherever I want to play at. As long as the quality of the games are there, I'm good to go. As long as the stories that they've been telling since PS1 is still compelling and it's blowing away the industry, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the end of the world if I'm playing a PlayStation game and a trophy is popping up on the screen. Who cares? Like, people just cry about some of the craziest things I've ever heard about. Who cares if you're playing on PC and you literally have a DualSense in your hand? You're literally playing with a DualSense in your hand. Oh, a platinum trophy pops up, or a trophy, a bronze trophy, whatever the case may be, trophy pops up. Bling! Okay. And you're playing with a DualSense in your hand and you got a monitor. Who cares? Who really cares? You're having fun. You're enjoying yourself. That's all that matters. You still bought the game, right? That's a sale for Sony right there. That's a sale for Microsoft. It don't even really matter who it is. Nintendo is the only one that's keeping you like hip to bone with their console. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It says we got Redfall today, but I understand what you're saying. Redfall. I'm done. It says, when gaming should sharpness be on? Or, I mean, yeah, it all depends on your preference. I know everybody likes to play with different preferences and stuff like that. But what do you guys have to say about what I have to say? Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree that Sony should continue to expand their games on PC, even if it means day and date? Do you guys think the PS5 is worth it? Because I believe the PS5 is worth it. A lot of PlayStation fans are throwing their PS4s and PS5s out the window. Oh, this one guy literally made some threats that I'm not going to talk about on the show. I'm going to do this and Sony this and blah, blah, blah. He was doing literally, and people calling the cops and all. Like, bro, like, it's not even that serious. Because Spider-Man, because Miles Morales is coming, you're gonna make threats for what? It's not even that serious. It's like, but hey, man, if you want to make a fool out of yourself on social media, make threats and stuff, and knowing that you could get swatted or whatever the case, that's on you. You want to put yourself in that type of danger and take this whole console thing to another realm, that's on you. Making threats that we both know that you don't mean because you're in your feelings because Sony is releasing their games on PC. It's not even that serious. Like, it's crazy. It's literally crazy. But guys, this is what's happening right now. This is what's happening. Did I buy God of War on PC? Yes, I did. Because I was curious to see how it runs on PC. You know, that was the only game that I bought from PlayStation first party studios on PC was God of War, right? Maybe because I love God of War so much, but I was curious to see how it was going to run on PC, right? And boy, it run really, really good because I have a 3090 and I have a lot of RAM and I have a very good processor, right? But did I buy Spider-Man? No, I did not. Because I just felt like, Spider-Man, I played it so many times. Yeah, God of War, I've beat it like twice already. But still, like, I wanted to see how God of War was actually running on PC. So I was curious about that. I had the option to do it. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It says, where do these titles come from? What do you mean, where does these titles come from? You mean where these titles are made? Obviously, they're made on PC. Everything is made on PC. Let's see. Let's see here. It says, I just want to see first FPS live service game from PlayStation. We'll see. It says, do you think Sony will put PS Plus on PC? Maybe not. I don't think so, but you never know. Chosen says, Marlon, I agree that the PS5 is worth it, but they need to stay away from the same mistake they did with PS4, and that's not maximizing to console to its highest capabilities. Says, are we going to talk about the Embracer Group acquisition that just happened? I want to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, they're just buying up everything, man. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, they're just buying up everything that's available for sale right now. And it's crazy because same thing I heard about the Knights of the Old Couture remake. I heard that they're changing development, changing the development team because of the Embracer Group now that's involved with that. Like, it's just a lot of that stuff going on right now. I mean, what can we do? You can't get mad about that. I mean, all we can hope that the game speaks for themselves. All we can hope that is the games do the talking at the end of the day. If the game quality is not the same, then you can raise an alarm and say something. But at this point, what can we do? It says, yes, PS5 is worth it. Put together with haptic feedback, 3D audio, and VR, the PS5 provides the best gaming experience. There you go. Lansville Paul says, what's up, brother? Put in all fairness, it's not the PS gamers making the decision from the bottom. They're coming from the top at SIE. So SIE. So where the confusion comes in. Man, it's crazy. It's literally crazy, man. When you think about it, Lance, it's crazy because obviously the decision is coming from the top. And it's a reason why it's coming from the top because, well, they're trying to expand. They feel like, well, we can sell more than just 20, 30 million copies of a game. We want to sell 60, 70 million copies. Why stop at 30 when we can do 60 or 70 or 80 or even more than that? That's where Sony is. That's where their mindset is right now. They're trying to expand. They're trying to push out even further. So, hey, man, that's the nature of the beast right now. You know, it's going to always continue to come from the top. Jim Ryan is always going to be the one in the high chair making that decision. This and this game is coming to PC, whatever the case may be. And then we just have to vote with our wallets and just not buy the game or buy the game, whichever way we do decide to go. Yes, I'll be playing Madden today. I got it in yesterday, but I had to take down the stream because of copyright. So I will have Madden today on Twitch. So if you guys want to see some new Madden gameplay and stuff like that, follow me out on Twitch, Marlon Gaming Nation. It says you get all that on PC. Get what on PC? Do you get PlayStation VR on PC? No, you don't have PlayStation. You have VR on PC, but you don't have PlayStation VR itself on PC. It's tied to PlayStation. Like there's certain things. Remember in the beginning stages when the PS5 first came out, they said that the PS5 had the fastest SSD that PC didn't even have at the time. That was a main selling point for a lot of people around that time because they're like, man, the IO throughput of the PS5, how games just load so much faster. And then also, the cracking, the compression thing, the compression technology that the PS5 have to make the file sizes a lot smaller. Well, that's also another thing, right? So it's just, I don't know, man. But like I said, it's selective. Everybody likes what they like. Hey, Marlon, what's up? Just wanted to ask you something. If I get a Steam Deck, do I need to buy a PC in order to use? Nah. You just need your Steam Deck. You're good to go. You just need your Steam Deck. You don't need no PC, because all you got to do is make sure you log into your Steam account on your Steam Deck, and then you get access to everything that is tied to your Steam account on your Steam Deck, and you play your games. You don't need a PC to have a Steam Deck. Steam Deck is its own thing. You shouldn't buy Sony games on PC. Well, I mean, that would be your decision to make. That will be your decision to make ultimately. Do you want to play on PC or not? Like me, for instance, I can make that decision. If I want to wait and play on PC, then that's my prerogative. Like if I want to do that, or buy it on PS5. Like I'm just saying, that's why I wanted to ask you guys. You know what I mean? Like where's y'all headspace at? Oh yeah, for sure. No, I don't worry about that. I'll have something ready for you guys. Okay. It says, I think PlayStation feel the heat from Microsoft right now, so PlayStation need to make moves. It's normal. Competition is great. We get better products. For sure. I definitely do agree with that. But a lot of people they're not in agreement with that. They want console gamers, especially the console fanboys, they just want stuff on their piece of plastic. Because fanboys in general, they're just tied to one particular console. And so a lot of the uproar and people just getting upset is from the fanboys, right? They're upset because they're like, man, I don't want to play on no other platform but on my favorite piece of plastic. I'm just saying. As a consumer, I would love Sony exclusives day one sub, but you think that it will be a good business decision specifically? This is when your competitors pushing. I'm just saying, like, as a consumer, you're saying that you would love Sony day one exclusives, right? On subs, but they're saying that, well, that's not going to work for them. It would be good if they will put all their games day one into PlayStation Plus, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Unless Microsoft forced their hand to do it, they're not going to do that. You know, they're not going to do it. They want you to spend $70. They want you to, you know, do it that way and not through the subscription model way. So, for sure. Yeah. They already said that. No way out. It says, do you think that Microsoft will keep COD off PlayStation since Sony tried to block? Nah, they have already came out and said that they're going to be putting COD on PlayStation. Like COD will remain on PlayStation moving forward. So yeah, no, they're not deviating from COD not being on PlayStation, because that's one of the main reasons why Sony was up in arms about losing COD, because it's one of their biggest revenue streams, right? So Microsoft is not necessarily going to keep COD off of PlayStation. They've already put out a statement saying that COD will remain on PlayStation platform. And so Sony is going to be happy about that. But the thing is, all the perks that Sony used to have, all the marketing rights and stuff, Microsoft will have that now, right? Because it's their IP. So it's going to be day one on Game Pass. It's going to have all the marketing stuff, beta stuff, whatever, play here first, blah, blah, blah. But PlayStation gamers have to make that decision, right? Do I want to play on Game Pass and get all those benefits, right? Pay $15, or do I want to spend $70 and be loyal to PlayStation and play on PlayStation? Now, that's up to you to decide. Nobody can make that purchase decision for you. You have to make that purchase decision yourself. So, and even still, with that notion even being said that, hey, Sony is blocking, you know, games from going to their platform and stuff, Microsoft is still saying, listen, regardless of what Sony is doing, blocking games and such, we're still going to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. And that, to me, that is very good. That's a smart business move, because they can sell, just like what we're talking about with PC and PlayStation 5, right? You can sell way more. Why limit it to just PC and Xbox when you can sell way more? Because they know they can sell way more by putting it on PlayStation, because PlayStation is literally the best place for COD. Like it performs better on COD. It sells more on PlayStation than any other platform. So they know COD will perform, oh my God, amazing on PS5, right? So that's why they said, hey, it will remain on PlayStation. That's a smart business move. Instead of keeping it tied to your ecosystem, just Game Pass, just PC and Xbox. Why not keep it on PlayStation? And I think that's smart. Just saying. Will be the same as Minecraft. Oh man. Let's see here. It says, did you hear that Final Fantasy games are struggling? The director admits it. Struggling? Really? I never heard anything about that. Let's see here. It says, you want another example? Go look at how all the movies coming out lately. Oh, all the man. Oh, you already know, man. It's an agenda behind everything. It says never know, but yeah, it is smart. Of course, it is. It's very smart. Carmela says, but they could get Sony back for trying to block. It's not even just about getting Sony back for being, whatever, sleazy or whatever the case may be. It's about business at the end of the day. And that's one of the main reasons why for years Sony has been doing this whole exclusive thing. And Microsoft is like, okay, you want to do this whole exclusive thing? We got something for you. Boom, we're going to buy Bethesda. Boom, we're going to buy Activision. And Sony is like, oh, okay, we got to do something. You know what I mean? So it's not even just even about that. It's about business at the end of the day. Like, we can sell more. We can make even more money. We can expand Game Pass even more. Like, we can win even more. Why just keep it strictly just to PC and Xbox when we can put it on PlayStation? So that's going to be Microsoft's decision, what they want to do with their IP at that point. I think Call of Duty Warzone will go to Nintendo Switch. I don't know, man. I don't even know. Because even the regular Warzone now that we have is not even on Switch. So I don't know, man. It says it's not about COD selling better on PlayStation. So what is it about, Afro? What is it about? It says, really, it shouldn't be because Final Fantasy is the best-selling game for Square Enix. It says, you're telling us we should buy COD Modern Warfare on PlayStation. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying for you to buy it on PlayStation. Buy it wherever you want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, a gamer that's trying to save money they're going to play it on Game Pass, right? They're going to play it on Game Pass and save themselves, $55, right? They're going to save themselves $55 and play it on Game Pass day one, right? So I'm not telling you where you need to go play your games. You can play your games wherever you want to play them, but I'm just saying, like, that will be up to you, what you want to do with that, So it says, I'm a Destiny player, 2,000 plus hours, and I don't even play COD. So Sony should never think that they can't replace COD. Of course, man. When they said that, bro, I was just like, okay, Sony, that's a problem. Like, you're in trouble if you're thinking that way. And that's where my video saying that you're in trouble comes from, it because if you're saying that you cannot compete with COD, you cannot make something to rival Call of Duty, you're in trouble at that point. Because what if it turned out to be that, COD is no longer on PlayStation forever? Then what? You know what I mean? You're just going to not fill that void of having something to, quote unquote, replace the place of COD on your platform by trying to develop something, try to come up with something innovative enough to at least start that train to build up revenue, to compete some type of way. You can't just sell yourself short. You have to find a way, because Microsoft and all these other companies, they're buying up all these publishers and studios. You just never know. You never know what game, just like every month, games are disappearing from these subscription services. That's just the drawbacks to subscription services, that yes, when these games become day and date with subscription services, play them, finish them, be done with them. That way, when they get themselves removed from the actual platform, you're okay. You're not bending and folding over and crying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, you're not, oh God, this game is leaving Game Pass. Oh my God. Woo. Round table member. Boy, I need to get that Super Saiyan. Big body 50. Let's go, man. Hey. Listen. Hey. My man, the man Kratos 99 that literally started the silent 20 trend on the channel, just dropped the big body 50, the biggest donation of the show. Man, you keep that up, man. I'm telling you, bro, you keep that up, man. We're going to have that one-on-one discussion, man. Roundtable member coming through, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the blessing. We definitely do need this. We definitely do need this, man. Shout outs. Thank you for the big 50, man. That is so generous of you for dropping that big body 50. Holy freaking cow. Says, I upgraded. Wait a minute. You upgraded? So wait. So we doing 50 trend now? It ain't 20 no more? Oh, boy. Boy. All right. You started the 50 trend. Yeah. I don't think anybody else is going to follow up with that 50 trend, but shh. Thank you so much, man, for the big body 50. My man Kratos out here. God bless you. God bless your store basket, man. Now, listen. I'm going to ask you guys this. How many of you guys are going to be buying The Last of Us remake? Are you going to be waiting for it to come on PC? Because soon after the release of it on PC, of it on PlayStation 5, it will release soon after to PC. So let me ask you guys this. This is a very good question. First of all, do you want content of The Last of Us remake on this channel? Second, are you going to be buying The Last of Us remake? Just tell me now. Just tell me now. Do you want to see content for The Last of Us remake on this channel? Will it benefit you if you see me play it first and see all the bells and whistles of this game for you to make a purchase decision? Or you're going to be waiting for it to be released on PC? Because Naughty Dog, Sony literally said, listen, it's going to be released soon after on PC. So I really want to hear where a lot of you guys' headspaces are when it comes to The Last of Us remake. Let me know. Let's see here. Yes, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Help us out. Help us out. Not buying. As an older guy, I learned to not jump into this fanboy stuff. There you go. Says, I don't have time for that. Says, no, I just play games when I have the time off. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I decided to buy it now. You're buying. Wait. You're buying it now? Who said that? Killer, you're buying it now? Okay. Says waiting, but not for PC. Laugh out loud. Last of Us remake. Nope. I'm preparing for Ragnarok. Okay. I'll buy. Okay. Nice question, Marlon. PC, yes. No and no. Team Rocket says, yes, I want to see because I'm not buying it. Country Boy says, nope. Super Titan says, nope. Killer says, yes. No. Yes, mate. Oh, my God. Make a poll. All right, let me make a poll. Let me make a poll real quick. Let me make a poll, man. Let me make a poll. All right, let me see. First poll I'm going to do. Do you guys want The Last of Us remake content on MGN? Yes or no? So you can make a purchase decision. So you can make a purchase decision. All right, there it is. All right, so I just put up a poll. Need you guys to vote. All right, let's see here. It says, Marlon, I will not be buying Last of Us when it's already been on PlayStation Plus, no chance. I agree. It says, I want to play Last of Us 2, never got to play it. Really? Okay. Well, please play it because it's a great game. The gameplay is amazing, right? The story to me, because of what happened to one particular character, I felt like the story, I was disappointed with the story from that angle. But other than that, it's a masterpiece of a game. Like, I love The Last of Us 2. Let's see here. It says, just eat to see Marlon's real reaction to it. It says, that's achieved. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Let's see here. It says, Marlon, I will not be buying Last of Us. Okay. All right. Let's see here. It says, Marlon, you need to take the big L for us. So you want me to take the big L. It says, I'm waiting on Witcher 3 PS5 upgrade. Gotcha. Yeah, I decided to buy it. Give me something to play. I understand that. I completely understand that. So let's see the poll right now. So the question that I asked was, do you guys want the Last of Us remake content on MGN so you can make a purchase decision? And 48% of you guys said yes. 52% of you guys said no. All right, let's see here. It says more and more players will feel the heat of paying $70 and at Xbox see their favorite game for free. So much more. It says how far you think PS loyalty goes when big money is involved. Man, you'd be surprised. You'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised. You know, like, you got some loyal, diehard fans. Like, Sony, they know their fan bases, and they know that there's a lot of people out there that will buy anything they make. So PlayStation is always going to be relevant. Is always Big Body Jose. What's up, man? Always making that big Disney money. Always going to be relevant, you know, and always flourish because the fan base is so loyal. Look at God of War. That last trailer that we have gotten for God of War, right? Got 10 million views. 10 million views. Right? That just, okay. All right. Let me show y'all. Y'all think I'm joking around? Okay. Y'all think I'm playing. Some people are like, oh, is PlayStation still alive? PlayStation is always going to be relevant. You know why? Because of the freaking fan base. You know what I mean? The fan base keeps a platform alive. Okay. Look, that's what I said. When it comes to their exclusive games, Sony is always and forever are going to be okay. All right. Look at this. 16 million views. Look at this. This is why I say Sony, the strength of Sony's IPs when it comes to their first party IPs. Look at this. Look at this, right? 16 million, almost 17 million, almost 17 million people. Look at this, man. Almost 17 million people are interested in God of War. This was PlayStation Showcase 2021, which that showcase was fire, right? 16 million. So you gotta think to yourself, man, bro, that's almost 17 million gamers, fans, PlayStation fans that are interested in God of War. That's the strength of Sony IPs. You know what I mean? Not a lot of company can put up these type of numbers. Maybe Nintendo, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Sony is not going anywhere. When I say Sony is going to be fine, they're going to be fine because of their IPs, their exclusive IPs that they've been doing for years. You know what I mean? When it comes to their single player IPs, that's why Sony said that single player games for them are not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere because that's their bread and butter. That's what drives hardware sales. That's what gets people into their ecosystem and everything because of their games. 16 million views. And let's not talk about Spider-Man. Oh my God. Let's not talk about Spider-Man. Look at Spider-Man. Okay. All right. Almost 5 million views there. Spider-Man 2. All right. Where's Spider-Man 2 at? Where's Spider-Man 2 at? Where's Spider-Man 2? Oh, hold up. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man PS5. Spider-Man 2 PS5. 24 million, bro. And I know part of this is because of It's Spider-Man. But bro, I'll call it, say 25 million. 25 million views. 25 million views. That says a lot. That says a lot. And Spider-Man is one of Sony's best-selling first-party IP on their platform. This is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Sony is going to be fine. They're going to be fine when it comes to their exclusive games. They've been doing this since 95. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of company got this type of quality of games and stuff. Bro, 24 million views. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. Look at Wolverine, almost 7 million, right? That's still good. That is still really, really good, right? Like, man, that's what I'm saying. Sony is going to be fine, guys. They're going to be fine when it comes to their IPs. That's what keeps Sony alive right now is their what you call it? Their first party IPs. No. I know views does not translate to sales though, but I'm just saying like the engagement that they have, the excitement that they have. You know, look at God of War 2018. For instance, God of War 2018 sold 20 million copies. 20 million copies on PlayStation 4. 20 million people, right? That is a lot. And combined with PC and PS4, I'm telling you, it's going to be interesting to see how much money God of War Ragnarok generates because it's on PS4 and it's also on PS5. Man, I am telling you. Yes, I understand views does not translate to sales, but don't you think for the slightest bit that Spider-Man 2 is going to sell like crazy? I think Spider-Man 2 is going to outdo Spider-Man 2018 as far as sales is concerned. Like, I'm telling you, that game is going to move PS5s like hot water. Like, I'm telling you, man, bro, I am telling you. And Sony, they know this. They know this. They know what they're doing. I'm telling you, they know what they're doing. They know games like Spider-Man 2, like you already know, Wolverine, God of War, like those are system sellers. And next year, hopefully around the time when Spider-Man 2 comes out, man, listen, bro. People are going to be buying PS5. Oh, Last of Us 2? Oh, yeah. Last of Us 2, bro. Last of Us 2 is crazy. I think Last of Us 2 is up there, too, as well. 18 million. 18 million. Insane. 18 million for Last of Us 2. And that was 4 years ago. Insane. 18 million. Did it sell 18 million? Yeah, views does not translate to sales. We already know that. But it just goes to show you the engagement that Sony got whenever they drop a trailer, whenever they drop a showcase or something like that. The engagement is crazy. I think, solidly speaking, I think that Last of Us should have sold 18, 20 million copies or more. But it sold 10 million, maybe a little over 10 million right now. All right. So it's just, that's what I'm saying, that Sony's trying to improve the sales of their games. Like that's why they're trying to push for PC. So you can't fault them for that, right? Because the more money they're able to make on said game, the more games in that genre we do get, right? The better games that we get for the future because they're making money, off of their investment, right? That's why you see they're expanding their games to PC and beyond. I'm just saying. It said billions of views, but only 50% played. Hey, man, listen. It says 18 million sales, 130 million PlayStations. That's poor. Okay, listen. Let's have a conversation. Let me say this. So Sony just recently stopped reporting on PS4 sales, right? That's because they're not selling as much as they used to because PS4 is on its last leg now. Okay? PS4 is on its way out. Okay? It sold 117 million units. To sit there and say 20 million out of that 117 million is not good, bro, not every single person is going to be in love with God of War. Not every single person is going to love Last of Us. Not every person is going to love Days Gone. I know a lot of people that just don't like God of War. So to sit there and look at the ratio, that's like saying everybody who bought a PS4 loves God of War. That's not true. That is not true. Not every single person that owned a PS4 cared about God of War. Everybody like what they like. Some people don't like God of War. Some people don't like Horizon. Some people don't like Last of Us. Some people don't like Days Gone. Different strokes for different folks. So to sit there and say, oh, they sold 117 million, PS4s and only 20 million people bought God of War, that's bad. No, it's not, because that's the amount of people that had interest in God of War. Like, not every single gamer is going to care. I know a lot of you guys tell me, oh, I don't care for God of War 2018. Okay, I didn't like the story of God of War 2018. I didn't like the gameplay because it's not gory like the older God of War games. My point exactly, guys. My point exactly. For you speaking like that, you're going to vote with your wallet. God of War 2018, I don't care how big of a masterpiece God of War is, right? I'm just not going to buy it because it's just not my cup of tea. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. So to sit there and say, oh, well, God of War did not sell that well. Did not sell that well because there's 100 and come on, man. Because not everybody's going to like God of War. It's not like freaking Minecraft or Fortnite where everybody and their kids are playing Fortnite. You know what I mean? God of War is not for everybody. Horizon is not for everybody. You know what I mean? It's not like Call of Duty where why do you think Call of Duty sells so well? Because you got kids playing Call of Duty. You got, middle-aged people playing Call of Duty. You got teenagers playing Call of Duty. You got older people playing. Man, it has a much more wider appeal than God of War. God of War is not an everybody type game. It's not. And then if you look at, okay, look at this, right? This is why I say Sony they look at things like this, right? I know this is probably not updated, but look at this, right? Look at this. See it? Oh, wait, let me go back. You see this? What does it say right here? The Last of Us Plus Remastered sold 20 million copies. Combining the PS3 version and PS4 remaster sales cruised past 20 million as of 2019. It's probably way higher than that now. And then with them re-releasing The Last of Us again via remake on PS5, that's probably going to sell like at least about 10 million, at least 10, 15 million. So as a franchise as a whole, probably what? Maybe, and this is not even including Last of Us 2. This is just like from the remaster, from the original game. You know what I mean? This is crazy. So they're looking at it as, oh, let's keep expanding. Let's keep expanding. Let's see what some of y'all saying, man. It says, Marlon, nobody wants this stuff. I'm just saying, though, Gaskin. I'm just saying. He said, Marlon sound like a stutter Kratos. I'm just saying, guys, like, y'all laughing. It says some years from now, everything will be subscription service, cloud gaming like Netflix. I think that PlayStation and Xbox don't want to make console they lose money on. Listen, like Sony took a L on PS3, remember? Like as far as like when they first came out with PS3. As far as making a profit, like they were selling the PS3 at a loss. Like the markup margin on profit on consoles is not really as high versus, accessories or digital games or DLC or PlayStation Plus and things of that nature, or the games themselves. Like They make more money off of that stuff than they do on the hardware, right? But they feel like, man, the more hardware we sell, the better it is for us because we can make somewhat of a profit off of it, right? And at the same time, win the hearts of gamers to be locked into our ecosystem so that we can put out these day and date games on the console. It says people don't understand God of War story changed for a reason. Kratos became a family man. It tells you when you're playing it. Exactly. But some people don't even really care about that. Yeah, exactly. The PS3 was too expensive to make from this. Exactly. And they were selling at a loss. They were selling the PS3 at a loss, like big time. And even with the PS5, you hear the same conversation around in 2020 when we were covering all this stuff. They say that, well, we're taking an L on the PS5. Like, hey, so the markup on on consoles, not even PS5 or whatever, the markups on consoles is far way less as far as profit than it is with accessories and digital games and DLC and things of that nature. It says God of War 1 and 2 remastered. Man, listen, bro. I don't even know. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you. Like I said, I would want them to remake God of War, the original God of War. They're not going to do it. Yeah, the margins on consoles are relatively low anyway. Yeah, it is. So they make more money off of accessories, digital games, memberships, things of that nature, headsets, things of that nature. That's where they make a lot of their money off of, right? And the PlayStation Plus stuff. Right? That's where they make when you sign up, they make a lot of money off of that stuff, you know? So that's just where it is, man. Let's see here. It says if 10 million out of 120 million is a failure, then COD selling 30 million out of 120 million plus Xbox install base and PC is also a failure. Oh man, listen, bro. Listen. Like I said before, not everybody is going to like every single game. You know, like we just have to understand that. Like people are saying, "Oh, well, they sold 117 million PS5s, but only 20 million out of that bought God of War." That's really good. The fact that 20 million gamers bought a single game, that is really impressive. Right? 20 million. We're not saying 10 million is great. Or what I should say, 10 million is good, but it's not great. 20 million is great. Excellent. Like that's really good. Like 30 million, things of that nature. Like you're not going to get 100% of your install base to buy a game. Like, because people don't like everything, bro. Some people like God of War. Some people don't. That's just the way it is. Why you think Sony is always going to continue to make God of War? Because they know it's going to sell. They know it's going to sell. As long as Sony Santa Monica does not drop the ball on God of War, they know it's going to sell at least 20 million copies, at least minimum 20 million. The only way now is up for God of War. God of War Ragnarok is being released on PS4 and PS5. So you know a lot of people with PS4s that can't get a PS5, they're going to be buying God of War Ragnarok. And also, how much PS5s are sold now? I think it's 22 million. I think it's 22 million PS5s are sold right now, right? PS5, yeah, I think it's like 22 million or something like that. 22 million shipped, right? I think it's 21 something. 22 million. 22 million units sold. And this was as of June 31st, 2022. Right? 22 million. So think about that. Right? God of War. Think about that. Think about this right now. God of War alone selling on PS5. Out of that 22 million people with PS5s, maybe 10 million out of the PS5s that are sold might buy God of War. Or maybe 15 million. I mean, who knows? But right now, we're at 21.7 million units right now for PS5. We have a lot more people with PS4, but you also got to understand that there's a lot of people with PS4s that don't have PS5s. So regardless of the fact, combining both consoles, I'm just saying, God of War might end up selling when it's all said at 25 million, 30 million. That's a lot, considering that it's not even on PC yet. So when it gets launched on PC, it might do another 10 million or another 5 million. I'm just saying, 35 million when it's all said and done for an IP, for one IP, that's a lot. That's a lot. Just saying, man. And you got to, you also, you got to understand too, PlayStation games are selling well on PC. God of War, a lot of people bought God of War. A lot of people are buying Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, Spider-Man is second under God of War right now as far as performance right now. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy right now when you think about it. 22 million shipped, 15 million in scalpers' hand. See, that's another thing too, man. A lot of scalpers bought the PS5 because that was a business. Around the time when the PS5 came out, guys, that was a business, a big business for people back then because, well, the pandemic was happening. People lost their jobs. So people felt like, oh, let me max out my credit card and buy up all these PS5s and resell them. Oh, God, are you serious? You know what I mean? And ruining the chance of gamers being able to get their hands on a PS5. People legitimately that wanted a PS5 to really play games and not trying to sell it for a profit couldn't get their hands on it. And even to this day, you really got to fight tooth and nail. You better make sure that you're literally on PlayStation Direct, refreshing until you get a PS5. I'm just going to keep it $150 with you guys. You know? Okay, I got you, Effective. I got you. You know what I mean? Scalpers literally ruined that for a lot of people. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? What are you going to do? That's just the way it is. You know? That's just... All right, let's take a look at this. So I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Wow. Wait. Is this even accurate? So God of War on PS2 sold 4.62 million. That is crazy. See what I'm saying? The PS2 is like literally the best selling console of all time for Sony. And God of War, if this is accurate, not even 5 million. Not even 5 million. That is crazy. That is crazy. And to see where God of War is today, to literally see, so they're saying God of War is an action franchise from Sony. It started on PS2 in 2005 with the latest entry in 2018 on PS4. The series has sold over 32 million across all entries. So the whole franchise as a whole apparently sold 32 million. Not even 5 million the original God of War sold. That is crazy, right? That just goes to show you that at that time, a lot of people didn't really care for God of War as much. You know, it's crazy. And the PS2 sold, 155 million consoles? I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Any more questions, guys? Did you enjoy the discussions that we had today? Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button. But in my closing, like I said, you play whatever you want to play. If you want to play on PlayStation, right, first, play on PlayStation first. If you want to play on PC first, well, hey, it is what it is. I guess you're going to wait a year, 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, 8 months, whatever the case may be to play your games on whatever platform. But I do believe the PS5 is worth it for the console gamer that wants a PlayStation 5. Now, for people that say that it's not worth it, well, hey, I understand that. Maybe you just want to play on PC because you're more of a PC gamer, or maybe you're just doing it out of anger because you're upset that Sony is putting their games on PC. I mean, can't make everybody happy. But I do believe that the PS5 is worth it, and it's worth it for the console gamer. It's worth it for the person who cannot afford a PC. So that's where I'm at with the whole thing. Let's see here. It says, oh man, I remember my girlfriend did not like the price and I had to pay for my PS3 day and date. Yeah. It says, you said COD played better on PlayStation. I will buy it on PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, that's just where everybody's been playing it. You know, more people buy it on PlayStation more. You know, obviously because of the marketing and all the benefits of playing it on PlayStation, but people just love playing it more on PlayStation. It says, so this is the end of the PlayStation. Nah, bruh, nah. Physical games are still going to be there. Physical games, I think, is still going to be there. Popeye says, great show as always, my brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. No PC here, only Series X and PS5. I appreciate that. It says PC plus PS5 combo right now. Hey, there you go. Peace out. Holla my G. Stay safe. Yes, stay safe. Love the show. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button on the way out. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel, man. And please have yourself a great one. Evans, thank you so much for the $5 for supporting the show. Says, it's not crazy. These exclusive games just aren't as big as people think they are. It's cherry on top, sure, but most people don't care about. Yeah, most people don't really care about certain genres of games. Like, people are going to play what they're going to play, and that's just what it is. A lot of people like God of War. Some people don't like God of War. Like, it is what it is. It says, I will take at least 2 years for a game to go to PC. See Miles Morales sales for 18 months, 6 months on Plus. There you go. For sure. I mean, some people want to wait 2 years. Some people want to wait a year, you know what I mean, before XYZ games, you know what I mean, before XYZ games go to said platform. I mean, that's on you. Like me per se, like I want to play Ghost of Tsushima 2 on PS5 day and date. Like I don't want to wait a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years potentially. No, heck no. Because after those games run their course, guess what? On the console, guess what? Sony's going to put it on another platform so it can sell more. That's just business at the end of the day. Effective, thank you for the $5. Says Marlon, by pushing Game Pass as a big value, is pushing digital agenda. Facts. Honestly, the digital agenda is always going to be there, no matter if it's with these subscription services. I mean, you see it with PC games, digital, right? They're not doing no physical PC games anymore like that, right? If any at all. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a physical PC game. Same thing can be said about, PlayStation and Xbox, right? They're still making digital consoles, right? Because they make more money off the digital stuff than they do the physical stuff, right? Because they got to pay, maybe some cents, pennies or whatever to make the discs and stuff like that, because they get all that stuff by the bulk, right? The disc to make it, and also the printing the art cover and the plastic and all that type of stuff. So they make way more money than they make off physical stuff, right? But at the end of the day, these companies always going to push the digital agenda. They always going to, because they make more money off of it. And it's a part of the future. Whether you like it, yes or no, digital gaming is going to be digital gaming, the cloud, all that stuff is the future, right? Whether we like it, yes or no, because these companies are always going to push that agenda. Look, we got both Series S and the digital version of the PS5 for a reason, because some gamers do like digital games versus physical. Some people don't like physical games because they don't have the space to collect all the games or whatever. So they feel like, well, listen, I'm just going to buy the game digital and be happy with it. Let's see here. It says, Marlon, I'm getting Last of Us remake. The game looks good to me. But my only gripe is it having the same Last of Us 2 graphics. Make sense, Marlon. The only difference, it's going to be 60. Well, that's what they were kind of aiming for, like Last of Us 2 type gameplay with the Last of Us remake, which obviously you're not going to see Joel prone and all this type of stuff, or the dodging mechanic that was in there. They're saying that the game wasn't designed that way, so that's not going to really happen, which is understandable. But yeah, guys, I just really want to get on here, man, and to see where my fan base head is as far as like, what is your take on Sony releasing games on PC? Is that going to deviate you from buying a PS5? Do you think the PS5 is not worth it? And a lot of you guys said the PS5 is worth it. So I think I've done my job today here figuring that out, because there's a whole lot of conversations about, oh, I'm not in agreement with this PlayStation launcher crap, and if they do that, I'm done with PlayStation. And I don't think the PS5 is worth it because Spider-Man is on there now. Like all that type of stuff is just your opinion and how you feel. Everybody's looking at it as, I'm still going to be buying a PS5. It's a reason why the PS5 is selling like hotcakes. If people didn't think that the PS5 wasn't worth it, why is it selling so well? Right? Long after the whole scalping situation, why is it selling so well? Because people still do care about console gaming. People love their consoles. Let's see here. It says, Marlon, I'll buy The Last of Us remake and Spider-Man on PC copies to make Sony ponies happy. That's funny. Carmela says, I don't want to own digital. I want to play games. I want to play the game, finish it, delete it, and then move on. I understand that. It says, Ty says, I appreciate you and the dope stream as always. Thank you so much, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. As a matter of fact, follow me out on Twitch, Marlon Gaming Nation. I will be streaming Madden on there because obviously the whole copyright stuff with the music and stuff. See, on Twitch, it's a little bit different when it comes to that type of stuff. So if you want to see me play Madden, Madden comes out on Friday. And that's in a series of games that I'm actually reviewing on the channel right now that I have access to. So Madden, I will be playing out on there. I'll be doing a live review of Madden. So if you want to come out there, see me play the face of the franchise and, you know, play some other modes in Madden and stuff, I'll see you guys out on Twitch in a little bit. Love you guys. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace. Have yourself a great day.